Well, there's a lot that I could say in a short period of time here, but we did speak about transparency in government. And I think that is so very important that we have more transparency in our process. And again, I mentioned that I thought that any agency, any government agency, any cabinet should come before a commission of members of the General Assembly and document and justify their spending. So I think that's important. I also think it's important that we send representatives to Frankfurt that have a skill set and background that's conducive to dealing with the complex issues that they're faced with. And I don't think we do that all of the time. I think oftentimes we send folks that are skillful at getting elected, have savvy campaigning skills, but they don't necessarily have the skill set that they need to deal with complex issues. And I'll give you an example. In my case, I've put a budget together for the last 38 years of my life, and it had to balance. The consequences were too great if it didn't. If my budget in our business didn't balance, we might not be there the next year. But we send folks to Frankfurt to deal with a $17.5 billion budget, and the reality is they've never dealt with any type of budget in the private sector at all. Jobs are important from one end of the state to the other. You know, we're screaming, crying out for jobs and employment. Well, I would submit to you that who better to deal with employment and job creation than someone that has dealt with that issue in the private sector, someone that has actually employed people and created jobs. I've done that for the last 38 years. That's exactly what I've done. Started new business, employed literally hundreds of people, provided employee benefits, and done all of those things that are important to a viable economy in our Commonwealth. So, having said that, I think I have a background, I think I have a skill set that's conducive to promoting good public policy. I've said so often that my mission is to go to do a job and not for a job. I already have a job. So I think it's a privilege and not a profession. And I think that that's the way our elected officials should perceive their obligation and responsibility.